First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. I would also like to give a double honors unto the apostles and the elder of Great Millstone that do well, that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect, unto the scattered elect that are out there prophesying and laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. AI is snatching jobs, and Esau has no more use for you. All right, so a job or a place of employment is how we've been accustomed to living in this captivity. How we support ourselves: we get money, we buy things we need, we food, put gas in your car, you're able to pay your bills. But now, artificial intelligence through robots, through certain computer programs, are going to take a lot of jobs. I'm thinking more like 80% of the jobs are going to be taken. And every proud ass nigga out there that got a degree, got a master's, got a doctrine, you think that AI can't take my job? No one can do my job as good as I do it. And a lot of people are going to be surprised of what AI can do and what AI is doing. Okay, while you're thinking your job or your position is unique, Esau thinks otherwise. Okay, because you could be replaced, all right, by a robot that's not gonna call in sick, that ain't gonna complain, that you ain't gotta pay sick time, you ain't gotta pay get a 401k and severance pay and all that stuff. Okay, and this is the mindset of Esau. So when Esau has no more need of you, pretty much they can you're gonna be possibly put down, or Esau has no more use of you. So what in this society, what can he do with you? All right, you're gonna pay you pretty much. You're gonna pay you to stay home. All right, gonna pay you a monthly stipend, which is in the form of what's it called? UBI. I couldn't think of the name. Universal Basic Income, where you're going to be given a certain amount of money to stay home before you can pay your bills. So you'll literally be tied to the system, okay? And everything that you do, everything that you buy, will be tied to the system. Will be tied to Esau. So Esau will his whole main point of this mark of the beast, of this new world order, is for him to rule over you, and you have to literally go to him for the one of all things. Okay, shit, even to breathe, you got to go to this devil. This devil probably gonna start charging to breathe air. Okay, but back to the AI, and I got 3 articles I'm going to bring out that pretty much gives you a somewhat in depth, I don't want to say in depth, but a surface level a view of where Esau's going with this. And this article right here, it won't let me read it unless you subscribe, so I'll just read the first part. It says, let me read the title. AI will take your job, get over it. All right, and that's a bold statement, but it's the truth. Okay, the question isn't whether AI will change the workforce. The question is, will you be ready? Technology has always transformed work and society. Artificial intelligence is just accelerating the pace. Imagine being on a farm or a factory worker in 1950, watching a new machine emerge that threatened to take your job. The fear was intense, as was the social backlash. People rioted against automation, desperate to halt progress. The history marched forward. Machines did replace much of the grinding labor in factories and farms, yet humanity didn't crumble. It advanced. As society adapted over the following decade, life expectancy increased, work became safer, people worked fewer hours, the global standard of living skyrocketed. So, that's all I can pretty much read on this part. But that's happening. But after this so-called, this is what do they call, the fourth industrial revolution, Esau has no more use for you. All right, because they can get the robots to do a lot of these manual labor jobs. That's the last thing. Okay, the manual labor jobs is the last thing that's going to go. Okay, you're going to have some positions, that where you have to use a actual human to do these jobs. But for example, like things that have to do with electrician, possibly, maybe a plumber. Okay, but Esau is evolving this, those type of jobs, or the it's going to be hard to try to take those jobs, but this new generation of Jakes, they don't want to be plumbers, they don't want to be electricians, they don't want to work with their hands, they want to instant gratification. They want a job making over you know a six-figure job where you ain't got to do shit. That's why these so-called influencers and these bug outs online, the I speeds of the world that don't do nothing, or the Kai Sinats of the world that don't do nothing but stream, and people give them money to do to do stupid shit. That's the mindset of Jake. So these Jakes, these Israelites, all right, in this generation are tailor made for the New World Order, because I don't got to do nothing and I can get paid. Oh, Jake is. Hey, you can sign Jake up right now for the MOTB. Okay. Um, this is AI will soon be taking your drive-through orders at 500 Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC location. This should be a big sign. All right, a signal to you dumbass, you Israelites out there. Stop eating this damn fast food, man. You know. And the Lord made me learn the hard way, because man, I done got food poisoning so many times from these places. I don't even fuck with them. It's the most I buy out is some French fries, and hell, I know that's tainted. But it's this artificial intelligence, and excuse me, like back in the day, a fast food job was, anyone damn near could get a fast food job. You had to have half a brain cell to get a fast food job, but now you can't even get that. You're gonna have these people fighting over, you're gonna have people fighting over the regular jobs. Even these people with all these degrees and all this so-called knowledge of this world that they obtained through getting a college degree, or a master's in college, their jobs are going to be obsolete. All right. So let me get into this article. It says uh, through a partnership with technology company Nvidia, a fast food giant, Yum Brands, said it will be rolling out AI at hundreds of its locations starting in April and continuing, through June. That includes using the company's voice ordering tech, which will handle complex menu orders, and navigate customer speech patterns according to a new release this week. So they say Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC, and these, I'm not for sure, but I'm for sure that these companies are owned by either BlackRock or Vanguard. All right, so in 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 a in a in the broad aspect of it, all fast food are going to be going to this AI technology, where not only are the workers, everyone in there is going to be replaced. AI is going to cook the food. They're going to take the orders. They're going to deliver the food. So it's going to have I think they have in Texas, they have McDonald's that are completely run by AI. It says, and this is, so the simpletons out there, they think this is innovative. This is cool. This is a good thing. All right. But at the same time, if you have your eyes open, you see where this world is going, where this whole technocracy is going, where everything will be digital. Everything will be digital. Everything will be on a central grid. All right. A central database that stores all this information, and your code will be that or your number to access your information or access certain things, mainly buying and selling, is that MOTB, that mark of the beast, that RFID chip. All right, back to this article. The rollout will incorporate more advanced AI capable of language models, emotional comprehension, and personalized customer reactions, according to Young Brand. So it's going to make it like you're talking to an actual person. All right. Let me see. Nivea's AI technology has already been used at select Taco Bell's and Pizza Hut restaurants during a successful pilot stage. Yum Brand said the technology expects to optimize drive-through experience and back of house labor management through real-time and analytic and alerts. So they're gonna know when they don't have enough of these or enough of these. All right, and then of course they'll place an order, and then a truck will bring them in. But then you're gonna have trucks. I saw in I want to say it was China. You had a semi truck that was driving itself. All right, so all these jobs, truck drivers, they've been a staple in Babylon, that people have they've had some type of job security, because hey, certain goods have to be transported from the docks to middle America in certain parts. But now eventually their jobs are going to be taken away. It says the young brands join other fast food chains like McDonald's and Wendy's that have experimented with AI at its locations. During February 13th earnings call, Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner said the company will deploy voice-enabled AI to take over orders up to 600 restaurants nationwide. And after excessive executives really like the results of the pilot program, which incorporated the technology at nearly 100 locations. So AI. Fast food is one facet that they're going to, attack. Okay, and I've seen all the way from AI doctors that robots doing surgery to robot lawyers. All right, and these are high positions in the society where people think, well, you need a certain skill or you need a certain knowledge to obtain these positions and keep these positions and be good at these positions. And AI is showing you that you don't. All right, all they have to do is download a certain program and hey, that's what you got. Okay, it's and everything in technology is pretty much being taken over by AI. All right, you have a lot of these coders that they can't find jobs because they go in and do the coding, and then AI learns the algorithm in the system, and they don't need them anymore. It says Bill Gates, within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors and teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things. Okay, and this devil, he ain't doing nothing but being the devil, but he's telling the truth. This is the direction of America, not just Babylon, but the whole world. All right, and if we always say China is the pilot program for the New World Order, for the MOTB system, where everything is digital, everything is facial recognition, everything has some biometric identification, all right, or authentication. So everyone is tied into the system, okay, and that's a trap that Esau is playing on you. He's getting you comfortable. He's getting you used to certain things that you can't that in your mind you're gonna feel like you can't be without. Like a lot of people can't be without their phone. A lot of people can't go without the internet. A lot of people can't go without social media. And all these things and everything that you love in this world, whatever vice you have in this world, Esau's going to attack you with it. All right, that's why you can't have any vices in this world. You can't be attached to anything spiritually or physically in this world because it will eventually destroy you. It's over the next decade. Advance in artificial intelligence will mean that humans will no longer be needed for most things in the world. Bill Gates says. That's what the Microsoft co-founder and billionaire philanthropist told comedian Jimmy Fallon during an interview on the NBC's The Tonight Show in February. Let me go down. In other words, the world is entering a new era of Gates called free intelligence. In an interview last month with Harvard University professor and happiness expert Arthur Brooks, the result will be rapid advance in AI-powered technologies that are accessible and touch nearly every aspect of our lives. Gates said. So in any job, like I said, it's a few jobs out there that are out there that that could be exceptions. All right, like maybe HVAC. All right, and Esau will make a robot to come there and climb on your roof or go into your house and fix some shit. All right, that's how that's how advanced this devil's technology is, and that's how it's also a part of his deception. All right, where Jake is going to believe that this devil can't do no wrong. Like, man, this technology is taking over, and Jake is going to be wowed by this technology. That's like how John the Revelator was wowed by the whore. All right, in the Book of Revelations, it says AI is both concerning and a fantastic opportunity. Gates is optimistic about the overall benefits AI can provide to humanity, like breakthrough treatments for deadly diseases, innovative solutions to climate change, and high quality education for everyone. He wrote last year. And how's that high quality education going to come? Those brain chips, the Neuralink. All right, where you get this implanted in you, and hell, you ain't got to learn the language. You can just download it. They showed you that in that movie Upgrade. All right, Esau puts out subliminal things and also things that's push shit right in your face, and you have to have spiritual eyes to see it and understand it. Talking to Fallon, Gates reaffirmed his belief that the certain types of jobs will likely never be replaced, but AI noting that people probably don't want to see machines playing baseball. For example, there will be some things we reserve for ourselves, but in terms of making things and moving things around and growing food. All right, Esau is going to grow food in the labs. Over time, those will be basically solve problems. Who said it was a problem? The only problem is Esau. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, the people, and you're going to see, if you don't see it already, all right, people in other countries, they see this. They see Proverbs 28:2, because they're in a mournful state. Okay, not Jake here in Babylon. Jake in Babylon is, looking for the next folly to get in, looking for the next dance or the next, hip hop show or some nigga shit. This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. In this world that we're living in is in a mournful state. With all this technology and with all this advanced technology that Esau has, people are in a mournful state. Okay, their food ain't food no more. Okay, people aren't people no more. Women aren't, are all artificial. All right, nothing is real anymore. Okay, the earth is mourning. Okay, AI development comes with understandable and valid concerns. Gates wrote in 2023 blog post. Today's top list. Today's top of the line AI programs are rife with errors and prone to enabling the spread of falsehoods online. For example, falsehoods online, that's talking about this truth. All right, where they try to deem misinformation. But if he had to start a new business from scratch, he launched an AI-centric startup. All right, Gates predicted AI's potential years ago. Let me see. I bought a severance. Take a look. The work of artificial intelligence today is at a really profound level, says Gates in a 2017 event at Columbia University alongside Berkshire Hathaway CEO Warren Buffett. He pointed out the profound milestone of Google's DeepMind AI lab creating a computer program that could defeat humans at the board game Go. So, of course, at the time the technology was years away from ChatGPT style. So this AI shit is continuing to evolve. It's always learning. Okay, so it's going to, the mistakes that AI makes, it learns from. Okay, and at the end of the day, I was just thinking about this. AI is controlled by the Most High. Okay, Esau is going to, he's the forefront of this. He's the face of this because but the Most High is in control of AI. The Most High is in control of Esau. The Most High is in control of both sides. All right, good and evil. Okay, but at those that are in this truth, that know this truth, you understand that. You understand that this devil is going to come with this technology. You understand the end game of this AI technology. This end game of this AI technology is that MOTB, where Esau tries to fulfill their New World Order, all right, in attempting to have the world chipped, all right, where they can have control, where they can, they already control the resources, where they have control of the people. Okay, they can make the people do what they want. All right, they can give you, it's all about control. Take your money away, control, control everything. All right, and if Esau takes control of the people, and Esau only wants a certain amount of people, just like the Most High only wants a certain amount of people. Esau has his elect, all right, the wicked, all right, the 2/3 that he's going to chip, and that's going to bow down to the image of the beast. All right, and the Lord has his elect that won't bow down to the image of the beast, that won't take this man's mark. All right, so let me pull some few scriptures. But Jake is going to be in for a rude awakening, and when AI, this artificial intelligence, these robots begin to take these jobs away. All right, this is Isaiah 19 and verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the Lord is going to shake this place up, man. The Lord is going to, it's going to be some type of attack, some type of, I won't say attack, but it's going to be something to shake this place up. It's going to be some type of false flag, event, all right, where they call it a black swan event to shake this place up, to push this shit into overdrive, all right, where they they're gonna bring out these robots, not just robot dogs, but I'm talking about robots that's working, you working side by side with a robot, all right, and you know you're not gonna you're eventually gonna be replaced by that robot. All right, and Jake think their job is secure. Ain't nobody's job secure. All right, with this devil Esau, with this technology they bringing forth, okay, it's going to be and if people don't have jobs, therefore what they can't eat. All right, they can't provide for their families. They can't, provide, pay their mortgages, pay their rents. All right, and when people don't have shit to lose, they're going to lose it. So there's going to be invading one another, as it says here in Second Ezra's. Let me get this. Second Ezra. That's we talking about we talk about these prophetic events, these plagues, sedition, and people wonder like, oh, how are we going to get to this stage? What's going to happen for us to get to a stage of sedition, a stage of invading one another's property? Because of the lack of bread, because of the lack of resources, because people is this. You know how they say the saying, "You down in your luck." People are going to be way worse than down in their luck. People are going to be at the bottom of the bottom. All right, where they might have been at the top, and you're going to see the fall of a lot of these executives and people in this world that had it all, and they're gonna be in the same soup kitchen line trying to get a plate of food or trying to get a rationed out a meal through at a FEMA camp. All right, so let me grab this first. Second Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. The trumpet shall give a sound which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear, and those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still in 3 hours. They shall not run. So no running water. Friends fighting against friends. What are they fighting for? They ain't fighting because they had a dispute or they had a miscommunication or a disagreement about something. They fighting because they trying to survive. This person might have food and this person might not have food. This person may need medicine and for their child, and this person has it. So it's going to be a lot of infighting. It's going to be civil war. All these things are spoken of in the Holy Scriptures. All right, are prophesied in the Holy Scriptures. Okay, and AI, the AI is just one facet that's going to bring this forth. But hey, when you ain't got no job and ain't no and I can see if you didn't have a job and you lost your job, okay, I can get another one. But shit, when you trying to get another one and AI got all the jobs, what are you gonna do? Okay, what's your next move? You're gonna find a job where it says that AI has not taken, and all those jobs that are left, those people at them jobs, they're gonna be holding on to them jobs for dear life. Okay, so let me see. Let me grab the second Ezra's. Oh, this is not second. Oh, I'm Ecclesiastes. Second Ezra's 15. I don't know. I was way off. I was in Sirach. Second Ezra's 15, and I'll start at 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. We know the modern day sword is the gun. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of fighting, civil war, race riots. All right, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. It's going to be martial law. These cities are going to be cut off. People are going to be quarantined. And all this goes, in AI, the taking of the jobs has a great deal to deal with that. All right, because having a job is having a sense of security. All right, but when that job is taken away, hey, there goes your security. All right, and you may be so-called educated. You may have a degree and a master's, and you got all these certificates where you're highly skilled in whatever field you're in, or you studied in. But that ain't gonna mean shit because you may be overqualified, or or the type of job that you're looking for, AI took all them jobs. So then what? All right, that's why you can't put your faith in this place. You can't put your faith in nothing but Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi at the end of the day. Okay, because these devils don't give a shit. These devils, you think, I have a degree, I got a master's from MIT, I have a master's from Harvard, and I went to SC, and all, man, Esau don't give a shit about that. Esau is about saving money and building up this new world order. Okay, that's what Esau is. That's what their main objective is right now, and AI is a major part of that. Behold, saith the Lord. I'm sorry. Yeah, verse 19. And a man shall have, no, verse 18. For because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So great tribulation, the lack of bread, the lack of resources, basic necessities is going to be a it's going to be it's going to take a great toll on these people, on the minds of these people, their spirit. All right, there's going to be a lot of broken spirits out there where people they've had businesses and they were successful, and that shit just went down overnight. Look at what happened during the pandemic. You had all these people that had small businesses, and next thing you know, their businesses is no longer no more. Hey man, close the door. Let me get this. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So, all right. So the grinding represents the workers. The workers. It says the grinders cease. It says they look out of a window, and the windows be darkened because they're looking for a solution. They're looking at the future, and it's no future. It's darkened. All right, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up in the voice of the birds, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. So the grinding represents work and commerce in the cities, but it says the doors shall be shut in the street. What doors? All right, the doors of a lot of buildings. The doors of a lot of buildings, or not buildings, businesses. Okay, excuse me, retail businesses mainly. So, and if these specific places are closed, it's not going to be no work. All right, look at Amazon for example. Amazon, man, they employ people, but look how much money they're bringing in. All right, and eventually these Amazon warehouses, these Amazon drivers are going to be replaced by AI drivers. All right, all you need is someone to get hit by an Amazon driver. Someone get hit by an Amazon driver, they're gonna say, well, what's the next solution? We got too many accidents. Well, let's get AI drivers. All right, they're safe. All right, they drive at they always gonna follow the speed limits. All right, they'll have an AI bot, whether it be a bot or a drone, deliver the packages, and there you go. A bunch of jobs are gonna be taken. And Jeff Bezos he's all down for the new world order. All right, he was one of those tech executives at Trump's inauguration. All right, because Esau knows. All right, the higher ups, and even though Bill Gates is not, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, they're not part of a part of the elite, but they're some high up Edomites. They know some things, but this is all a part of Esau's plan from day one. Okay, and they're boasting of their heart's desire, as the scripture says right here in Psalms 10:3. The wicked boasteth of his heart desire, and blesseth the covetousness whom the Lord abhorreth. All right, so the wicked, they boast. They're literally boasting about this, like saying, "Hey, get over it. AI is gonna take your job. Get over it." This devil right here is saying, AI will replace many doctors and teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things. All right, so man, I don't understand. Yeah, that's replacing the teachers is man, that's serious because I can't even imagine these little demon ass kids in the class. They treat these teachers like shit. So I only imagine a robot. Okay, they gonna be I can only imagine these kids throwing shit at the robot and talking shit to the robot. you know. But this also could be going into something where teachers are going to be obsolete because they're going to have to give the parents the option to opt for a brain chip for their child. Okay, where it tracks them and it teaches them certain things over time, and it's going to sound good. It's going to sound innovative, but at the end of the day, it's something that is put forth, that's being brought forth to destroy you Israelites. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is AI is one facet of Esau's devices of them, pushing their new world order. Okay. This is Psalms 64. The secret counsel of the wicked. All right. This is what they've done and been planning in secret for, hundreds of years. All right. The MOTB goes back, they already tried a system similar to the MOTB of branding and marking, okay, back during the time of the Romans. But now is the time for them to fulfill that because they have the technology to back it, to actually perform it. All right, this is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows and shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay, they're shooting at the perfect. It's the elect. All right, but the elect is the ones that's not going to be, that can't be plucked out the Heavenly Father's hand. That's not going to be, that are privy to Satan's devices, that understand what this devil's true intentions are, understand what this devil's end game is. All right, his end game is, to chip the world and attempt to rule forever. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. All right. And they do these things in secret. They have these secret councils, but now the secret, the jig is up, man. You're being revealed. All right, in these last days. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahawah, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, who knoweth us? For a lot of niggas out there that don't see, they can't see and understand what's going on. But the prophets see you. Bahasham Yahawashi sees you. All right, and we're able to see through, the Lord opening our eyes to understand, what this devil's trying to do. We're not mesmerized by AI and you got the AI could do this and do that and like nah, man. Esau, all this wicked ass left hand technology is flawed, man. Esau's flawed. It's not righteous. It's not righteous technology. Okay? It's nothing righteous about Esau. All right, and the world is going to see that. Their world is going to eventually see this devil for who they are, these devils for who they are, and see their true intentions. Their true intentions are not to, help you Israelites. It's to hinder you Israelites. It's to make you dependent on Esau in this system. All right, this is Job 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. So right when this devil's about to cross that finish line, that's when he's going to be in straits. Okay. In the hand of the wicked, the workers it shall be upon him. All right. The workers are going to come and come against this devil. Okay. It's going to be niggas that got the chip that's going to say, what the hell? They're going to have that sword, that ulcer, that cancer, and they're going to be trying to kill this devil. All right. Verse 23, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So right when he's about to fulfill this new world order, all right, he's got, a certain amount of the population chipped. All right, he's about to, he think he's accomplished it. That's when the Heavenly Father is going to cast that fury, bring forth the missiles to destroy Babylon. And of course, at the same time, Yahawashi is going to come and take this devil out of his place. Okay, so I talked about at the beginning of the lesson it's Esau taking the jobs away, but it's deeper than the jobs. Esau's trying to fulfill something, that's he's trying to fulfill something that's unattainable. All right, because we know that the Heavenly Father ain't gonna let him. It's already written that he will not succeed. He will not, he will not, what's the word? He will not, fill his belly at the end of the day. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakat Wadash, Shalom.